And it's really just going to be, the Sadist is really just going to be, we're not going to try anything too crazy. It's just going to be like one shot, run around him, run shot, run around him, or as one of my favorite, not one of my favorites, but one of my favorite sayings, kite him around. You got to kite him around. We're going to use this barrel, and this only works on the first try, so hopefully you get it first try. And I'm going to reload my checkpoint just so I don't have this barrel available. Actually, no, the tactic's going to be the same. But you want to try and kick this barrel into there before triggering the Sadist. Now, before we go in there, I did want to mention, the key is right there. Make sure, for whatever reason, you don't hit X there. We also have some Harpoon bolts over there. I believe they're Harpoon bolts. Yes. We have 2 Harpoon bolts. And I feel like maybe some pistol ammo or something, but we'll check that out when we get there. So I got Harpoon bolts that I will be using first, aside from my pistol, for taking out those. And basically what I'm going to be looking to do is I'm going to be looking to use the explosive bolts, use the Harpoon bolts, and then use a few shots from the shotgun, and then switch back to pistol. And I'll go ahead and stop the video here. Alright guys, I did forget that when you die it respawns you here. What we're going to do, we're just going to run all the way around. In the last video, kicking that barrel in, I told you only worked if it was your first try. I did forget that it spawned you outside of the arena, for lack of a better term. So it is better to do this. Now, especially both barrels help you quite a bit. Basically, you know, as I mentioned before, we're going to use both barrels, and then we're going to kite them around and try and use mostly our pistol ammo. It's not that difficult as long as you don't run out of stamina. That's twice now I've tried this, and the reason I died is because I ran out of stamina. Just keep an eye on your stamina, and you only really need to sprint when he gets close, and I'll show you how that looks as well. When kicking this barrel in, try and make it as centralized as possible. That was a little far left, but I think I'm going to be able to use that. Maybe, maybe not, so we'll see. There we go. So, I mean, that's obviously way to the left, but at least I got some distance to where I feel like I can hit him with it without hitting myself. Like that. So after you do the first one, and this is where some sort of luck plays, you got to try and kick this as centralized as possible. If you can't, run away and try again in a second. Because you really don't want to hit yourself with that. Nope. There we go. That's a good spot for it, actually. Let's go ahead and kick it anywhere. Sure. There we go. Now I'm going to switch to Harpoon bolts. Now, you really want to make sure he's had some time before firing a Harpoon bolt at him so that he catches on fire. Notice how he didn't catch on fire there? He has to have time to cool down, for lack of a better term. Okay, so give him a swing or so before you launch another Harpoon bolt at him. And basically, we're just going to be running in circles like this. Now, see how he's still smoking? I think... Well, no, that's his chainsaw. I haven't been able to tell exactly how long it is, but just go ahead and do that. We're going to use one explosive bolt here. Make sure to do it right after you hit him with something else. And then go ahead and get these Harpoon bolts. Because you don't want him to get close to you with the explosive bolt on. Now just try and get some distance and try and use your pistol ammo. There's pistol ammo on the ground. If you really run out, then you can use another Harpoon bolt or even some shotgun rounds, which you'll probably see me using in a second. God, I suck. This is why I make these videos for you guys, because I suck. So I want to give you strategies that work. Now he was too close. He was too close there for me, for my comfort. So I really didn't trust trying to take a shot on him at that point. I'm going to use just about all my pistol ammo. trying to whittle him down a bit. Now notice I almost ran out of stamina there. You want to be very careful about your stamina. That was way too close for comfort, so I'm going to take a back seat and I'm going to go back to harpoon bolts now that I've and there we go. So the main strategy for this guy obviously is kind of just running around in ovals.
Let's be careful.
Ammo conservation, ammo utilization is really important. Notice I did have those harpoon bolts. We've got some. We've got them if we need them. Notice I did save one explosive bolt. I should have mentioned that earlier. You will want to save one explosive bolt, and I'll show you why once we're at the top. Once we're at the top of this building area. But at that point, I just pick up the gel. I believe I already. Yeah, see, those shotgun rounds disappeared, unfortunately, due to where the checkpoint was. But we didn't come out that bad. And the next couple parts are really easy. Easy in the sense that I know how to do them. I know how to do them in an easy way. But I'm not gonna stop this video until we get to the top, where I'm gonna show you the next. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop this video here, and I'll show you. There's a save point. I hear a save point. That's where I'm gonna stop the video. But we did really good there. I saved an electric bolt. We could have used the electric bolt if we were having trouble getting that pistol ammo to land, which I was. But aside from the point, here's some more matches. Don't burn that body until you're ready to go in. In my opinion, it's just better not to. Now, don't do what I just did. I just forgot the key. There was the key on the ground just outside the door, and that door closes as soon as you get in here. So, I'm not going to redo that part just because of the key. But just remember, there is a key right on the ground there before you come in this door. Depending on how you're watching this video. If you're watching on my walkthrough, you saw me shoot down the key. If you're watching it as just a standalone video, you might not know what key I'm talking about. So we're gonna go in for the save. Skadoosh. You're gonna hit up the personal file. Yeah, Detective Castellanos misses his daughter and wife, which makes a lot of sense actually. Looks like there's a little bit more green gel in here. And I believe I think it's 25,000 we're waiting for to upgrade the electric bolts. Luckily, we don't actually need the upgrade until, I want to say, there we go. We don't actually need the upgrade until a certain part. I forget exactly where. All right, we already used that key. So now we can re-up on a lot of our ammo. If you need to. I don't think I'm going to. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think where the next save point is. When the next time I won't be able to come into the lockers. I still have good ammo. You know what I will take? I'll take 2 cryo bolts. We only need 1 explosive bolt. I only have 1 in there, so I'm going to take that as well. But not the pistol ammo. We still have 10 rounds of pistol ammo. We can only hold 15 in total. So I don't want to come across to an ammo regeneration when we're in game, or an ammo pack when we're in game and be full up, when I could just leave this one here to grab whenever we actually need it. Agony bolts, let's see, shock bolts. Shock bolts, we only needed 15,000. Now, this 10-second upgrade is awesome. And that is where we want to be. Now, for after this, bolts are obviously really awesome, but you don't get much. We're going to be using just about all of our bolts, all of our parts on harpoon bolts. Because it's basically a one-hit kill for most enemies. For a lot of enemies, I should say. So what we're actually going to do, let's see here. I think we're gonna do. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember really quick. Shotgun. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Or we're trying to save it. I think we're trying to save it for the Magnum because the Magnum will take us through a lot. So yeah, save your gel at this point. um, the Magnum is really what's going to save your ass. The Magnum is what we use on the keepers, obviously, I think, except for the first keeper. But we're going to go ahead and hit the save here, and I'll see you on the next side of the cut.